Hey ladies and gents, Nathan here from Bastion Games. I'm bringing you a 6 collector booster box opening video for Marvel Superheroes, the newest Magic the Gathering set that releases this Friday actually. We have, shameless plug, a bunch of pre-release events going across the weekend. Our first one is Friday at 7 p.m., followed by Saturday at 5 p.m., Sunday at 5 p.m., and then next Wednesday is our two-headed giant at 5 p.m. as well. So all of our products will be available from singles to boxes to commander decks. The only caveat in that one is that bundles and gift bundles have been delayed yet again on Wizards of the Coast side, and our stock of the Marvel Superheroes commander decks is a little bit lower. We'll be getting another shipment though, and we won't be receiving the collector editions of the commander decks until the bundles arrive. So hopefully that's next week. But if you haven't had a chance to do pre-releases, come down. They're tons of fun. All of our pre-releases now feature free pizza. And if you don't want pizza, even though it's free pizza, we'll take $5 off of your entry fee, give you it back in store credit, just because it's a bad feeling to be like, hey, I'm not getting all the value I could be out of my ticket. So we don't profit off of events, so we'll have tons of prizes. Everybody gets something in the prizes. And there's still a bunch of prizes to be won based on your positive record, which is if your match wins exceed your match losses. So it's going to be an absolute blast. And without further ado, we'll get to revealing the cards. Now, if you've watched my videos before, I hate opening packs on camera. It takes up a bulk of the time, so I've pre-opened all of them. I remove all the commons and uncommons and stop when I hit this card in each pack and just make a stack out of it. So I've opened 6 boxes that way. I have no idea what's in them, and I really haven't had time to look at the set at all. The only thing I know is that there's an Infinity Stone that's really good, and a bunch of other cards that people have been talking about. I don't know what they do, but there seems to be quite a bit of hype over it. So if I go buy a card that is really good and I don't say anything, it's because I'm not good at Magic. All right, let's get started. So we got our basic land, Avengers Under Siege, Flame On from Commander, Dark Fortress. These lands are actually really cool. They tap for colorless, which is good in some cases, and they tap for their 2 colors if you control a basic land or a land enter the turn, the battlefield this turn. So if they're your only land, you can tap it for black or red the turn they entered, and then just having a basic land is pretty straightforward. Really good, actually. And we got 3 steps ahead, and our first big card of a pack is Ultron Artificial Malevolence. Now, I have trouble with cards like these, not because they're Universes Beyond, but because they do it in such a way where it's hard to read. But it's 3 generic mana for a 2/4 artifact creature. Yeah, legendary artifact creature, robot villain. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature in addition to its other types. So that's actually a really powerful effect. The upside is it creates the token as a creature, so unless you have haste effects, it stops you from like playing a Soul Ring to tap to make a copy of the Soul Ring to tap to make the copy of a Soul Ring, because creatures can't tap unless they have haste the turn they enter the battlefield. But if you did give them all haste, that's dumb. Infinite Soul Rings? That's crazy. Oh, non-token. Sorry, yeah. Won't go infinite, but very useful. Really cool card. Spider-Man to the rescue. So this is pack number 2. Super Adaptoid. Professor Hulk from Commander. Quicksilver Brash Blur. A foil Steely Resolve. That's cool. This card is actually really hard to get. The Onslaught version of it's extremely expensive. And another Dark Fortress, this time in extended art. So this is the black-red one. So far, so good. A wall. Hulk Smash. Forest. This is actually, the coloring on this forest is actually amazing. Monica Rambeau, Dr. Doom, King of Latveria from Commander, Final Showdown, Ravenous Tyrannosaurus from the bonus sheet. Oh, this is the one that comes from the Jurassic Park. That's good. Might actually be able to get a foil one now. And the big card of this pack is Avengers Under Siege. 4 mana, black and red saga. Its first turn is create 2/2/1 black villain creature tokens with menace. The second turn, the saga deals 2 damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent. And 3, create a treasure token for each villain you control. Solidly in villains, and every single effect of it is useful. That's a really good card. That Angel is cool. Next pack, we got a Mountain, the Thanos Copter, Into the Time Vortex. Cascade and Rebound is kind of cool. Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. We got a Teferi's Protection, T'Challa's Protection. And we have a alternate art Vision, the extended art. I like the emblazoned name behind it. It's pretty funny. This guy is 4 colorless mana for a legendary artifact creature robot hero. He has flying and vigilance. He's a 2/5. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Oh, this turn. Solar Beam. He gains double strike until the end of turn. Density Control. The Vision gains indestructible until the end of turn. Technopathy. Draw a card. That is solid. That goes in any deck at all. So you might see this guy pop up. I don't know very much about CDH. I'm not a super competitive player. But like having the draw effect, the Archmage effect, in mono red, for example, would be very valuable. Next pack. Doctor Strange Surgeon from Commander. Sodden Verdure. Superhero Civil War. Fury of the Horde. The art looks amazing. And the Kingpin of Crime. 3 mana in black and white. He's a legendary human villain. He has 1 power 5 toughness. He's a big boy. Doesn't really represent Wilson Fisk's strength, though, ironically. He has Extort. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until the end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Okay. That makes sense. So you can play a Toughness Matters deck, but cut green completely from your deck if you want to. I don't know if that makes it better, but it definitely makes it interesting. Design space. Extra design space is never a bad thing. Next pack. Daredevil, Fearless Fighter. Path of Discovery. MODOK, Evil Intellect from Commander. The Final Act. And Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Okay. Legendary human dinosaur hero for 3. It's a 2/2. When you draw your second card each turn, until the end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6, and they gain trample. Okay. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This triggers only once each turn. Red Hulk. Island. Hyperion, Supreme Hero. These are, not double-sided, from Commander. Orbital Vibranium Bomb, which is Scour Glass. Definitely cool art for Scour Glass. Absorbing Man and Titania. Chaos Warp with the Scarlet Witch. That looks brilliant. And Fin Fang Foom. Dumbest name for a villain. Legendary Alien Dragon Villain. 4 mana for a 3/5 flyer, which is interesting because it's a dragon. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put 2+1/+1 counters on Fin Fang. So this is the mono red land destruction commander that loses people friends. It's gonna happen. Mountain, Baron Helmet Zemo, Captain America Team Leader from Commander, Storm Windrider. Ooh, we got a foil counterspell, Heroic Pose. That's awesome. And Worlds Within Worlds. 7 mana, blue-green sorcery. Exile all creatures. Each player may put any number of creature cards from their hand onto the battlefield, then put all cards exiled this way into their owner's hands. Exile this spell. So it allows you to swap cards in your hand or creatures in your hand with creatures in play. I probably will never use it. Swamp. Astonishing Spider-Man. Tragic Arrogance from Commander. That's good. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Ooh. Doom variant. This is Roaming Throne. Can never have enough reprints of this card. It's so popular. The art's kind of cool too. And Super Adaptoid. 2 generic mana for a legendary robot villain. There are an absurd number of legendaries in this set. This is great for Commander. It is a star and 2 toughness. Super Adaptoid's power is equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. So he's a minimum of a 1/2. Whenever Super Adaptoid enters or attacks, choose another target creature. If that creature has haste and Super Adaptoid doesn't, put a haste counter on Super Adaptoid. Do the same thing for flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. Now, does this interact with that dinosaur that just cares about the keywords being on the card? Even if he doesn't have them to start with, them being on the card, does that buff that guy? Because if it does, that's dumb. And by dumb, I mean really, really good. Avengers Tower, Swamp, the Ruinous Wrecking Crew, Falcon and Redwing, Jennifer Waters, which is double-sided. That's cool. Show and Tell in the bonus sheet with cool art. So I know some people don't like the Golden Age comic art. I'm on the fence about it, but the card's cool. And Origin of the Avengers. 2 mana for a saga in white. Its first turn is Scry 2. Its second turn is you may put a hero creature card with mana value 3 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. If you don't draw a card, so no downside. And next turn is put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's not bad. It looks a little lackluster compared to other sagas, but that's just because it's 2 mana instead of 4 or 5. Take up the Shield, Island, Arc Reactor, Fight for the Throne, Avengers Under Siege, Anthem of Champions, and Absorbing Man. 3 mana for a legendary human villain. He's a 4/4 with Vigilance. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Absorbing Man becomes a copy of up to 1 target artifact, non-aura, enchantment, or land. Except his name is Absorbing Man, he's legendary, so he basically morphs into a non-creature permanent on your side of the table, and he stays a creature with Vigilance. I'm sure people will be able to do some busted stuff with that. Plains, Grim Reaper Scythe, Black Market Connections, World War Hulk, Sundering Growth from the bonus sheet, and Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor for the last one from the box. We got 4 mana for red legendary equipment. When Mjolnir enters, it deals 4 damage to up to 1 target creature. So 4 mana, you get an equipment, it deals 4 damage. Double all damage equipped creature would deal. Now that doesn't say double strike, so if you were to equip this to a double striking creature, then it's basically quadruple strike. Equip worthy and discard a card, it deals 2 damage, or discard this card, it deals 2 damage to each creature. So it is like a pyroclasm that can't be countered because it's an effect. That is cool. I don't know what equip worthy is, It's probably like only a hero can pick it up or something like that. It's probably on the reminder text for the non-extended art version. So that's box one. That's, so far, it's been fun. Let's see. Box number 2. Let's go. We got another Dark Fortress, Galactus Devourer of Worlds, Captain America Unbowed, Lord of Atlantis. That looks really cool. That art's awesome. And Cloak and Dagger Entwined. So this is 3 mana in black and white for a legendary human hero. It's a 2/2, has Death Touch and Lifelink. I like it already. When Cloak and Dagger enter, choose target opponent and up to 1 target creature they control. They reveal their hand. You may exile a non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature until Cloak and Dagger leave the battlefield. That is very diverse and useful. You can strip something important out of their hand. You can strip something important off the table. A lot of the time, if you hit someone's commander with it, they're just going to put it back in the command zone, so it won't come back anyway unless they have removal in their hand already. Yeah, I'll probably use that card. All right, here we go. We've got Sauron, Dino Devotee, Extract Power, Quicksilver Brash Blur, Extinction Event in foil, sorry, and Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., 1 mana in white. He is a legendary human spy hero. He's a 2/1. He has power up, so for 1 of each color, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Nick Fury, then look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a hero, equipment, or vehicle card from among them onto the battlefield. If it's a double-faced card, you may transform it. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Now, I believe power up removes the cost of the card if you use it the turn it entered the battlefield. So if you play him, he would then cost, the power up would not cost white. It would just cost the other 4. So for 5 mana, he is potentially hitting the table, getting bigger, turning into a 4/3, and then windmill slamming a creature from your deck, or a hero, equipment, or vehicle, and if it's double-sided, you can transform it. So, which is, I think there's some of every color that are double-sided for heroes in this one. Interesting card. I'm sure people will play it as a commander. It's 1 white to play and gives you access to all 5 colors as well, which is wild. We got Ironheart, Spectator Seating, Final Showdown, Steel Shaper's Gift, with pretty cool art for Steel Shaper's Gift, Training Compound. This is the colorless red or green land that comes into play untapped. Solid card. We got Mountain, Shang-Chi, Martial Mentor, Quantum Misalignment, Super Scroll, Primal Vigor, can't have too many of those, and Captain America, Super Soldier. 3 mana in white for a 3/2, it says legendary creature, human soldier hero. He has first strike. He enters with a shield counter on him, so if he would die, the shield counter gets removed instead. As long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hex proof. Wow. So, I mean, you can still path this guy to remove it, but you can't spot removal him without 2 spells. Someone casts Wrath of God, this guy's staying alive. I like it. Invisible Woman, Island, got Doomrain Supreme, Puppet Master, String Puller, Multiversal Incursion, Return to the Ranks, and the comic book art of Cosmic Cube. 5 generic mana for an artifact, non-legendary. Interestingly enough, it has Ward 2, which helps it stay on the table. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I mean, Mono green might use this because they're always going to have fat dudes attacking that get to windmill slam than fat dudes. You might put this in something like Ishin, where it's because it's an attack trigger. So whenever you attack, you get 2 triggers now. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. Looks really cool. Avengers Tower, Forest, Quantum Entanglement, Kindred Discovery, solid reprint, the Superhero Civil War, foil Defense of the Heart from the bonus sheet. That's cool. And the Serpent Society. 3 mana for a legendary human snake villain. That's a 3/4 with Death Touch. Ward, get 5 poison counters. So you never target this guy with spells. Who would? Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. That is a very interesting, very specific card. Other than the ward, it has no way of putting additional poison counters on anything. But at the same time, it's in colors where it's going to want to. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to lose to it. Thanos the Mad Titan, Dr. Doom, King of Latveria, Shield Flying Car, No Mercy, great reprint, Doom Reigns Supreme, 2 mana enchantment plan. In black, whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's good. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of their library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among them without paying their mana cost. Yeah, I feel that was a very strong hit or miss card. It sucks that it has to sacrifice itself, but for 2 mana, it's going in every villain deck. Ares God of War, Into the Time Vortex, Wolverine Fierce Fighter, Fiery Emancipation, great art for an awesome reprint, and Ironheart Clever Champion, extended arts. She's a 5 mana flying legendary human hero. She's also an artifact creature. She has Improvise, so you can tap artifacts to make her cheaper. Non-creature spells you cast have Improvise. That is just a flat, good ability. I like it. Take Up the Shields, Island, Mr. Immortal, Dora, I can't remember how to pronounce her name, Gathering Place, Ephemerate, great art, Agent Phil Coulson, legendary human spy hero for 2 mana and white. He's a 2/2, he has Vigilance, put a +1/+1 counter on each other hero you control. So it's not crazy. There's other cards that do that. This for different creature types. One is just for artifacts. This one is just for heroes. So will he see play in like a white or 5-color hero deck? Probably. Spider-Man to the Rescue, Leader Super Genius, Path of Discovery, Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor, Simulacrum Synthesizer from the bonus sheet. This was printed in Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It came from the Vault cards, I believe it was. This is the bonus sheet card. This card's nuts. And Leader Super Genius, 4 mana for a Gamma Scientist villain. It's a 1/3. If a creature you control would connive, instead draw a card. Then that creature connives. Oh, that's good. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control connives. Oh, this guy he's like, hey, you get to draw a card once you get to connive. Solid. Hulk Smash, Plains, Storm Wind Rider, Falcon and Redwing, Hulk Always Angry, another Force of Vigor, solid. And then we've seen Super Adaptoid already. Interesting card. Plains, The Vision, Fetid Pools, Training Compound, Captain America First Avenger, and Epic Fight. 3 mana green sorcery. Choose one or both. Double target's creature and power, double creature's power and toughness until the end of turn. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. So your guy gets fat. Fat guy punches something and kills it. That'll be just a shoe-in card in fight decks. All right, moving on to box number 3. So far, I like it. Not a giant fan of Golden Age comic art, but I can learn to live with it. Ooh, this is, it's foil too. Jennifer Walters. This is the mono-white Hulk with green-white color identity. 2 mana, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. So, solid. For 6 mana, you transform her. So she starts as 2 mana for a 2/3. She turns into the sensational She-Hulk. 6/6 reach trample with the same your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this once per turn. So, yep. I'm going to use it 100%. Why would you not? Photon Mighty Marvel, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, Rancor, and Worlds Within Worlds, which we've seen. Super Skrull, T'Chaka, Venerable King, Thunderbolt's Conspiracy, Fury of the Horde, and Origin of the Avengers, which we've seen. Starting to see a couple duplicates now. Red Hulk, Swamp, Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic, Hulkbuster Armor from the Commander, Thor, Guardian of Midgard, Final Act, and Absorbing Man. Visible Woman, Hulk, strongest there is, of course he is. Shuri, the Black Panther, King T'Challa. Is this double-sided? Ooh. Chaos Warp again, and Baron Helmut Zemo. Triple black, so he's not being splashed in much. For legendary human noble villain, he's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, he connives. Boast. So I believe Boast is sacrifice a creature when you attack. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black symbols among their mana costs. Copy those cards, exiled cards. You may cast up to 3 of the copies without paying their costs. Now that bypasses timing restrictions. So if you're milling yourself or you're playing a Mana Symbols Matter style of deck in black, well, I guess it would have to be mono black. There's a lot of cards that feed into that. Phyrexian Obliterator, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. This could be really interesting. We got Hulk Smash, Plains, Black Widow, Deadly Hunter, Radiant Summit, Secret Invasion, another Roaming Throne, let's go. We open 50 Roaming Thrones, I'll be happy. Namor, Submariner with the comic book art. He is a star 4 mutant merfolk villain with flying. Where's his cost? Oh, he's 3 mana. This one's cost is up in the left. Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. Solid. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens. Whoo! That's solid. You could have this guy in a very low creature count deck and just rely on jamming a lot of spells with blue mana symbols. Captain Marvel, Earth's Protector, Kimoyo Beads, Super Adaptoid, another Show and Tell, let's go, Loki, God of Mischief. 2 mana for a 2/1 God Sorcerer villain. Whenever a player or permanent becomes the target of an ability you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. I mean, you can set this thing up to target things every single turn in your deck. So this is whenever you commit a crime, then you draw a card once per turn. So you could be drawing 3 extra cards every round. Human Torch, Nick Fury, Canyon Slough, Black Widow Super Spy, Anthem of Champions, and Storm Wind Rider. It is 4 mana in green and white for a 4/4 flying mutant hero. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. Oh, you can just shut down someone's flying deck. Whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until the end of turn. So you can give your creatures flying and get through. You can also give their creatures flying to prevent them from blocking. Solid. Daredevil Man Without Fear, Council of Reeds, Serpent Society, Righteous Fury, and MODOK. 5 mana for a 2/2, that's kind of low. Legendary artifact creature villain. He's got no other creature type. This dude isn't anything, he's just villain. Born a villain, grew up a villain. Awesome. What does he do? Flying and lifelink. Mental Organism. Pay 3 life, MODOK Connives. Activate only during your turn. Holy crap. You could just dump as much as you want into this ability. It's repeatable. Designed only for killing. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-. Just a passive permanent, like Midnight Betrayal or whatever it's called effect from Champions Kamigawa. I mean, you can combine this thing with Maha. Turns everything into 1/1s in mono black. This guy just kills it all. And you can connive to get the cards that you want. Woo! I like this. I'm using it. Take up the shield, just because it's a villain. Devil Dinosaur from Commander. Valeria Richards. Precocious. I thought it said precious. Shield Flying Car. Heroic Intervention. And, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Do you like squirrels? She is 4 mana for a 4/4. So a little light and green for a legendary squirrel human hero. Do you like squirrels? Whenever the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl enters or attacks, create a 1/1 squirrel creature token. So she's got a Titan ability that makes a 1/1. I love squirrels. 4 mana, create an X 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens, where X is the number of squirrels you control. Oh, well then. This is repeatable. It's not a tap ability. There's no restrictions on it. So if you have 4 squirrels and 8 mana, she goes, I have 8 squirrels. And then I have 16 squirrels. And if you don't stop her, I have 32 squirrels, 64. You get the gist of it, right? Do you put this in elves? Just because you can make an obscene amount of mana? Just be like, there's squirrels everywhere. I'm going to use it. We got Captain America, Liberator. War Machine, Avenging Arsenal. Wolverine, Fierce Fighter. A Foil, No Mercy, Shotgun. Namor the Submariner. So we've seen this one already, but I actually like this art way better. I like the names in the background. It looks really cool, and the card looks really clean. We got Island. Hey, who is it? Namor the Submariner. Vibranium Mining Tech. Mech. Training Compound. A Foil, Force of Vigor. Let's go. It looks so cool. This is like OG Hulk when his head was the wrong shape. Marvel Superheroes presents Dr. Doom. So this is the 6 mana one in black. When he enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villains. So you get 6 mana for 9 power, 9 toughness. They are named Doombots. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan, Dr. Doom has Indestructible. Solid. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So it's a dude that makes dudes that's hard to get rid of, that draws you cards. And Phyrexian Arenas. Sorry, I had it off screen there. I like it. Don't know if I'll use it, but I like it. I didn't think I'd laugh as much as I have been about this set. Some of the art is hilarious. Rhino, Terrible Trampler. Collective Effort as a reprint. Captain America Unbowed from Commander. Extinction Event, the snap felt across the universe. And Avengers Disassembled. Oh man. Is that Vision being ripped in half? So 3 mana, sorcery in red. Choose one or both. Avengers Disassembled deals 3 damage to each creature. Or, destroy target land. Its controller may search the library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. That's interesting. It's a good way of getting rid of problematic lands, and like Anger of the Gods style, same mana cost, same damage with an additional effect is really good. All right, box 3 down, on to box 4. What do you think so far? Put in the comments. I haven't seen an Infinity Stone yet, but when I opened the Spider-Man set, I think I only opened one in close to 12 boxes. Avengers Tower, Monica Rambeau, Canopy Vista, Ultron, Machine Overlord. Oh, Defense of the Heart, solid. And Heroic Feast, 3 mana enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a food token. I like it already. Whenever you gain life, choose up to that many target creatures you control, put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. So if you gain 6 life, you can pump 6 creatures. I like it. I have a unicorn commander that might use this. Might be a little bit of win more though. The Thing, Ben Grimm. Hawkeye, Master Marksman. Loyal Retainers as a... This is a really cool looking art too for it. Wish it was foil. Hawkeye, Trickshot. War Leader's Call. The Superhero Civil War. 5 mana red-white saga. Turn 1, gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as it remains on the battlefield. That's pretty restrictive. Turn 2, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance to the end of turn. Interesting. And turn 3, target creature you control fights up to 1 other target creature. Feel that like this one falls a little bit flat in supporting itself. Right? Because if you put the +1/+1, oh no, it's not counters, it's still at the end of turn. Yeah. Not a fan. Can't love everything though. Immortus, Master of Eternity. Hinterland Harbor. The Sentry, Golden Guardian. Sundering Growth, foil again. The Sentry, Golden Guardian, foil. 4 mana for a 5/5 flying, vigilant, indestructible creature. That feels strong. When the Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 Black Horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able. That is a dangerous effect. Can you imagine you're like, haha, take this. Someone's like, Path, thanks to the 5/5 flying indestructible, that's going to beat you. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Red Hulk. Vision, Spectral Synthezoid, Franklin Richards, Ascendant, Scientist Supreme of AIM, War Leader's Call, foil, the Ruinous Wrecking Crew. This is an X-Spell creature in black and red. It's a 2/2 human villain. It is also legendary, which is crazy. The Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. So it's going to be whatever mana you pay for it into X. So if you have 4 mana to cast, it's a 4/4. If you have 10 mana to cast, it's a 10/10. When the Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters, choose up to X. So you get to do these effects X times. Correct me if I'm wrong. That sounds amazing. Discard a card and then draw a card. So it loots. Target opponent loses 2 life. That could be good. Destroy target token. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. This feels very versatile. I like it. Spider-Man to the rescue. Epic Fight. M'Baku, Jabari Chieftain. Leader, Super Genius. Path to Exile, bonus card. And Tony Stark. Now this is the comic book art. 2 mana for a 1/3 Human Artificer hero. You can pay 1 and tap him. And look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this guy is going to hit the table starting the next turn. He's going to start grabbing artifacts out of your deck. You can pay 6 and transform Tony Stark as a sorcery. Turns into the Invincible Iron Man. Legendary artifact creature, human hero, that's a 5/5 with flying and haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you'll be put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's an equipment, attach it to the Invincible Iron Man. Fair enough. That's strong. This guy's decently useful. He's going to fill your hand up, and then when he does flip over, he's going to start jamming those cards into play. Take up the shield. The Coming of Galactus. Bedevil. Monica the Marvel. This is Aurelia from the bonus sheet. Escape to the Wilds. And Ultron. Artificial Malevolence. Die Avengers Die. Oh, we've seen this one. Yep, that one's cool. Solid card. The Sentry Golden Guardian. Storm Queen of Wakanda. Captain America Super Soldier. Black Panther's Redirection. This is Narset's Reversal. And we've seen Cloak and Dagger Entwined. Oops. The Kingpin of Crime. Zuri, Warrior of Wakanda. Heroic Feast. Unnatural Growth. Training Compound. Phil Coulson. Lethal Scheme. Captain America's Shield. Oh, another foil counterspell. Let's go. And another Mjolnir. Solid. Visible Woman's, or does that one have the... No, it doesn't tell me what equip the worthy is. Amazing Spider-Girl. Sunken Hollow. Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic. Counterspell. Oh, this is the Ultron, but it's the regular art, the extended art, not the comic book art. That one looks fantastic. Silver Surfer, Cosmic Voyager. Monologue Tax as a Commander reprint is really good. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sundering Growth, and we've seen the Serpent Society. You know what we haven't seen? An Infinity Stone. Hulk Smash. Crimson Cowl, Master of Evil. Austere Command. Super Skrull. Reconnaissance Mission. And Hawkeye, Master Marksman. 2 mana for a 2/2, legendary human archer hero. First strike and reach. He can do trick arrows. Whenever Hawkeye becomes tapped, you may pay 1 up to 3 times. When you do, choose up to that many. Net, target creature can't block this turn. Explosive, Hawkeye deals 2 damage to target player. Boomerang, discard a card and then draw a card. It's not going to be crazy good because it's 2 mana. All right, let's go. 2 more boxes to go. Thor, Asgard's Avenger, Sunpetal Grove, Avengers Disassembled, Grim Fate Foil, and Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. 4 mana, enchantment with flash in black. Black flash enchantment. You usually don't see stuff like that. Whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. That creature is a hero in addition to its other types. Oh, this is the redemption arc of every villain that has an enchantment. That's cool. Lucky the Pizza Dog. Batroc the Leaper, sorry. Ares God of War. Concerted Effort. Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. 2 mana and black-white for a 2/2. Human Assassin Villain. He's got Vigilance and Menace. He gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to him. Okay, he could get huge. 5 mana, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on him. Then you may attach an equipment you control to him. That's an interesting way of playing him. Mr. Fantastic, Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin, the Human Torch, Agent Phil Coulson, Storm, Force of Nature, King T'Challa, So this is 3 mana for a human noble hero with flash. He's a 3/2. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. That's a solid effect. And he can transform. Transforms into Black Panther Hope Enduring. Flash, double strike, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. Whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Huh. Why does this side have flash? You guys are smarter than me. You'll explain it to me. Oh, there we go. We got a Mind Stone. Yes! 2 mana, legendary artifact Infinity Stone. As in indestructible. This one's the white one. Taps for white, or pays 6 to harness the Mind Stone. Once harnessed, its infinity ability is active. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So this thing just auto-flickers stuff. Interesting. I will use it. We got Black Panther's Claws. That was box number what? That was box number 5? Steely Resolve. Oh, the blue-white land. That one's good. Forest, the Wondrous Wasp, Helmet, Zemo Mastermind, Iron Man, Future Paragon, Seize the Day, and Super Soldier Serum. 2 mana Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike and vigilance, and is legendary soldier in addition to its other types. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, attach any number of target equipment you control to it. That's crazy. That's really good. Iron Fist, Conduit of Worlds is a reprint, Ruinous Wrecking Crew, Harbinger of the Seas from the bonus sheet. Non-basic lands are islands. Ooh, he's a merfolk wizard. That is a cool card. Electra, Daughter of the Hand. 4 mana for a 3/3 human ninja villain. She has sneak 3, so she can get into play cheaper. When she enters, destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. Huh. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say trash. This card, someone explain to me why this card is good. You have tons of cards that are in the 4 mana bracket that have restrictions like destroy target non-artifact creature. So you could pop a 20/20. This thing only kills a power 3 or less creature. I don't like it. Wolverine Fierce Fighter, Vision Synthezoid Avenger, Cosmic Cube, Simulacrum Synthesizer, let's go. Captain America Super Soldier. We've seen this one already. It was the Golden Age comic card. Hulk Smash, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, Fortified Village, Captain America Wings of Freedom, Fight to the Death, and Kingpin of Crime. Invisible Woman, Nick Fury, Hawkeye Avenging Archer, Hidden Layer, Mechanized Production, really cool. Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic. 4 mana for a 3/5 human mercenary villain. Photographic Reflexes. At the beginning of your first main phase until your next turn, he becomes a copy of 1 target creature on the battlefield, or creature card in a graveyard, except he has the same name. And he's a legendary human mercenary villain creature. Yeah, so if someone has something crazy in their graveyard, this guy can just turn into it. It's very similar to Lazav style effects from the Ravnica blocks. Reed Richards, Abomination, another MODOK, let's go. Born a Villain, always a villain. Steel Shaper's Gift, and Captain America Wings of Freedom. 3 mana for a 3/1 flying first strike ward 1. Whenever Captain America attacks, each other hero you control gets +X until the end of turn, where X is his toughness. Huh. You have to jump through some hoops to make him very useful, but interesting enough that I might try it. Fing Fan Foom, The Methods of the Mighty, Castle Doom, Heroic Intervention, Alien Invasion, red-green enchantment for 4 mana. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red alien creature token with haste. This token attacks each combat if able. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment. Then, put an invasion counter on this enchantment. So this is kind of like Assemble the Legions, 5 mana, red-white. Except that one, you put a counter on it, and then you make a guy for each counter. This one is put a counter on it, make a guy. He gets bigger for each counter. So go big instead of go wide. Thor, God of Thunder, T'Challa, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Privileged Position. Can't get enough of these. Weird art, though. And Green, White, Rare Land. 1 box left. Running out of time. Have to go fast. All right, take up the shield. The Vision. Trading Post as a reprint. Captain America, Wings of Freedom. Ephemerate. The Hidden Lair. This is the blue-black land. Solid. Rocket-powered Goblin Glider. Promise of Loyalty reprint. Super Soldier's Serum. Another Force of Vigor. Let's go. Scientist Supreme of Aim. 2 mana for a 2/2 legendary human scientist villain. Pay 2 life. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. But still, that's a strong effect. Being able to use your life to duplicate triggers from artifacts is nuts. Spider-Man to the rescue. Cloak and Dagger. Medusa, Inhuman Queen. Another MODOK. Let's go, MODOK. Ooh, a foil show and tell. That's savage. That's good. Here we go. Yes. We got an alternate art of the Mind Stone. That looks so sick. The only problem with this is if you want to collect all the Infinity Stones, you feel real bad if like one of them doesn't have Thanos art. That's a solid card. That's probably the best card we've opened so far. I don't know values yet. I just opened stuff. Put it on our website. Whew. Dark Fortress, Folk Hero, Construct a Cosmic Cube, Patriotic Shield. Oh, this is Sword of Fire and Ice. Absolutely fantastic art. Man, these are good packs. And a Thanos the Mad Titan. This guy is 3 mana for a legendary eternal villain. He has Death Touch and Lifelink. He's a 4/4. His power-up is put 2 +1/+1 counters on Thanos. Choose odd or even. Oh, destroy each other creature with mana value of the chosen quality. So he snaps. He's doing the snap. And he turns into a 6/6 Death Touch and Lifelink. And it's power up. So if you played him that turn, it doesn't cost 6. It only costs 3. So for 6 mana, this guy enters the battlefield as a 6/6 and destroys half of all the creatures out there. Preferably the half that doesn't affect you too much. I mean, that's cool. Here we go. We got Plains, Shang-Chi, Okoye, Arc Reactor, Captain America, the First Avenger, Quicksilver, Brash Blur. If Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. What? He has haste and power up. Put a +1/+1 counter on and a double strike counter on him. I mean, that's never going to happen on your first turn. Right? He'd only cost 4 on your first turn, so maybe. Maybe. That's interesting. Thing. Mountain. World War Hulk. Silver Surfer, Galactus' Herald. Epic Fight. Ooh, a foil roaming throne. Man, this box is crazy. That thing looks so cool, foil. Is he riding a robotic dinosaur version of himself? Yep. It's even got the hood. And Electra. Oh, that's a bonus sheet card. Electra, Daughter of the Hand. Boo! This is the one I showed you already. I don't like her. Seems terrible. Maybe that's because it's built for maybe not Commander. Boo. Blazing Crescendo. Oh, Tony Stark. That art is cool. The Wasp. Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Another Primal Vigor. Ironheart, which we've seen. Solid card. Avengers Tower. Mountain. Scientist Supreme of AIM. Chaos Warp. Wolverine, the best there is. Return to the Ranks. And Agent Phil Coulson, which we've seen. Another Red Hulk. Construct a Cosmic Cube. Wakanda War Panther, which is just Fleece Main Line. The Kingpin of Crime. Steely Resolve Foil. Savage. We've seen this guy, Leader Super Genius. It's the Connive Draw Cards guy. Richard Reeds. Quantum Entanglement. Loki Scepter. Origin of the Avengers. Rancor. And a Super Adaptoid. Does this box have anything left for us? Let's see. We got Swamp. Wasp, Shrinking Savior. Avenge. Ironheart, Clever Champion. Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. An Epic Fight. This is the make something big, punch something else in the face. Nico Minoru, Runaway. Lockjaw, Slobbering Teleporter. Cloak and Dagger Entwined. This is it. Lord of Atlantis. The last card. Boom. Doom reigns supreme, which we've seen. Well, thanks you all for joining me on opening all these boxes. It's been a blast. We got a ton of good cards. And again, our events for pre-release, which you should not miss, are this Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday at 5 p.m., Sunday at 5 p.m., and Wednesday is our Two-Headed Giant or 2v2 event at 5 p.m. Tickets can be picked up in store or on a website, which is bastiongames.ca. We have sealed product up there for pre-order. Pre-orders go till midnight Thursday night, and then they will just be orderable through regular means on our website or in store. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it. I do this every set. It's been a blast. Continue being awesome, everybody. I will see you next time.